Hello everyone, good evening to all. So I hope you are fine and safe. And as we all are at the platform, where we are here to win the dreams. So I welcome to all of you in this journey. And before starting, as we always start with some positive quotes, with some positive energy. And our today's energy is saying that self-belief and hard work will always earn you the success. That is, of course, self belief. You have to trust yourself that yes, I will do, I can, I will, and you have to do the hard work. Then definitely you will get the success. All of you will get the college which you want, and you will be there. So let's try, let's do the hard work. So as we know, let's see that we are playing the games, that is, we are earning the points. So I hope you are solving all the practice questions to get the points. You are attending the sessions to get the points, and you are doing your best to get the points and to win the prize, right? So what other prize? This is the, but as you know that now, I know all of you know the points as what you get exactly on the live lecture, daily assignment, practice questions when you solve. Then all those points, as you know, what you exactly get, weekly test, monthly test, all those are points. So these are your rewards. As of course you know the rewards. So let's begin the game now. Let's start our session. So as congrats, you have won 500 coins as you have present here. You are attending the session. That means you have already get the 500 coins. So start now. As what we are going to start today. So let's start the T-SNET percentage type number, part number 5. And this is the last part. I know we are doing the percentage from the 4 days, and might be you will get bored with the percentage, but don't worry. This is the last part. In the next, we will directly go through the revision. So last two types we will see from the percentage topic in today's session. So what will be the agenda? What will we see here in the today's session? Type number 9 and type number 10. We will solve the questions on type number 9 and type number 10. Which type number 9 is a population based question. That means any population of a village is given which is increasing or decreasing yearly. Annual increment, like that was that population based question. And last one, we will see the salary based question, that any person is how is investing its salary, exactly where is he spending, like that what percentage remain, like these questions there will be. So we will solve type number 9 and type number 10 questions in today's session. Okay. So let's see type number 9. What is the type number 9? What I said, population based question. That means population every year it might get increased. Sometimes it happens that population is decreased. So exactly what happened, exactly how it increases and decreases, and how to calculate the population. Let's see what is the basic of the type number 9. You can see here that is the basic of type number 9, that is the population. So what a formula is saying, that the population after T years, population after is equals to P means population before the T year. That means they are asking, suppose after 3 years what is the population. So after population after whatever the given years is equals to population before the given year, that is before initial population, into 1 plus R1 by 100, R2 by 100. I'm writing the formula here. Population after is equals to population before into 1 plus R1 by 100, 1 plus R2 by 100, and this is for what? Right? That means sometimes they can ask for 3 years. There might be sometimes 4 years, 5 years. Mostly they ask only for the 2 years or max to max 3 years. So if they ask for 3 years, I will take here 1 plus R3 by 100. And this is plus for what? If the population is increased. Okay. This is for what? If the population is increased. This is the formula if population is increased. If population is decreased, then what will you do? If it decrease, then only instead of plus you will write here minus. Only the change is if the population decreases, then 1 minus R1 by 100, 1 minus R2 by 100. That is the same. That means suppose now currently population is something 10,000. They are asking you that after 2 years, what will be the population? If population is increasing 10% per year. 10% per year. That means after 2 years. So you will find out here after 2 years is equals to current population, that means before, into 1 plus, as it is increasing by 10%, so 10 by 100 into again 1 plus 10 by 100, because after 2 years. If they had asked for 3 years, then I will again, this will be 1 plus R3 by 100. It is not necessary that every time it will increase by the same percentage. Sometimes it may increase by first year 5%, next year 10%, third year 8%. At that time, this R1, R2, R3 will be different. If this percentage are the same, then instead of writing 1 plus R1 into 100 and 1 plus R2 into 100, R2 by 100, you can directly write 1 plus R by 100 square. Are you getting my point? If they are saying that same percentage, it is increasing by the same percentage for 2 years, that means you are multiplying it 2 times, that means you are doing square. But it is not necessary every time it will increase by the same percentage. That's why this is the important. That means this is the best formula. As per your question, you can change this formula. If it is decreasing, you can give a negative sign. If it is for 3 years, you can add 1 plus R3 by 100. If it is for the same years, that means you will write down only once and square. That means same R is the same. Whether it is for 2 years, 3 years, then you can directly get square or cube like this. Are you getting the formula? What is R1 and R2? R1 is a rate of increasing. That means suppose in first year it increased by 5%. That 5% is R1 is 5. In second year it increased by the 8%. Then this 8 is a R2. That means R is a rate by which it is increasing or decreasing. Okay, rate of population you can say. Okay, are you getting this? What is the R here? R is equals to percent rate. Okay, not only rate, actually percent rate by which population increase or decrease. Okay, by which population changes. Got this? What is R here? It is a percentage after what the rate, percent rate by population is changing. Okay, or annual increment rate. You can say it is an annual increment rate, annual increment, or might be decreasing, but annual rate. Now understood? Everyone is clear with the formula? Can we go for the questions now? If it is a decrease, then you will give like negative sign here. You don't have to forget that. If it is a decreasing, then there will be the minus. Okay? Now let's go for the questions. We will solve the questions on this formula. As the first question is in front of you. So let's try this. So what are they saying? The present population of a city is 1,80,000. If it increases at the rate of 10% per annum, then its population after 2 years will be. That means population after is equals to population after 2 years. Population after 2 years, it will equals to the population before 2 years. That means current population is at 1,80,000 into, what are they saying, that it increases by the 10% per annum for 2 years. That means for the first year it will be 1 plus 10 by 100, and again for next year 1 plus 10 by 100. Are you getting this point? Or instead of writing this twice, you can directly write down 1 plus 10 by 100 square also. That is also okay. So how will you solve this? 1,80,000 into, can you write down this 100 into cross multiply? If you do the cross multiply, 100 plus 10, it becomes 110 by 100 into 110 by 100. Can you write down like this? Then let's do one thing. This 20 is cancelled, and this 20 and this 20 are also cancelled. So what you have to do here, 1,800 into 11 into 11. Getting this point? I'm explaining this trick now, but please concentrate here. Please. I won't repeat it. Okay? Let's see here. What I have to do here? 18 into 11 into 11 into 100. Can I write down like this? This 20. Okay, let's ignore this 20. Now, how will you multiply 18 into 8, 18 into 11? Do you know the trick for multiplying of 11? What we do when we want to multiply by the 11? I want to do this thing first. Okay. What will I do? This 8, let's repeat this 8 as it is. Write the unit digit as it is. First process is write the unit digit as it is. Next step is what? Add the last digit with its previous digit. Add the unit digit, that is the last digit, with the previous digit. What is the previous digit? 1. That means 8 plus 1. What will be 8 plus 1? 9. So here will be the 9. Now there is no any reminder or nothing is there, right? So that means here only 1 is remain. So write this 1 as it is again. So multiply of 18 into 11 will be 198. Still some students are doing the solving this. What I said, let's first concentrate here. Have you understood this trick? I'm explaining this for again 198 into 11. Okay. Into this 00 is okay. Now what will I do here? First write down the unit digit as it is. As it is. Then add the last digit with the previous digit. 9 plus 8, 17. So 7 carries the 1. Getting this 8 plus 9, 17. I have written 7 carries the 1. Now this 9 plus 1. 9 plus 1 is a 10. Plus that carry 1. 9 plus 1, 10 plus 1, 11. Again carries a 1. Now only 1 is remain. There is nothing to the left of 1. So I will directly write down. But as there is a carry, so I will add 1 plus 1, that is a 2. That means 2178 will be the multiply of this and this 20. So your answer would be 217800. Okay. I am explaining with another number. Let's see here. 7093. Okay. 7093 into 11 I have to do. Okay. Into 11, that is okay. So what will I do here first? Last digit as it is. So 3. Again add the last digit with the previous. 3 plus 9. 12 carries a 1. Okay. Then 9 plus 0. 9 plus this one. 10. That means 10 plus 0 carries a 1. Again 0 plus 7. 7 plus carries 1 is a 8. 8. And now there is no any carry. So write down the first digit as it is. So my answer would be 78023. For the answer 7093 into 11, it will become 7804023. Okay, getting this one now. Okay, another number was 5789. Fast, I will explain fastly. Okay, listen here. I will explain quickly. Let's see. Do one thing 5789 into 11. What will I do here? Last digit as it is. Then 9 plus 8, 17 carries a 1. 8 plus 7, 15 plus 1, 16 carries a 1. 7 plus 5, 12 plus carry 1, 30 carries a 1. Then 5 plus 1, 6. So answer would be 63679. Let's go for the next one now. Yeah. The question number 2 is here. Can you try this? What are they saying? Population of a town 2 years ago was dash. Due to migration to the cities, it decreased every year at the rate of 4%. That means initially, before, what was the before? Before 2 years, it was a 62,500, right? 62500. Population after is equals to before. Okay, population before into 1 minus R1 by 100 and 1 minus R2 by 100. Why minus? Because it is decreasing. So what will you do here? 65 into 1 minus, it is decreasing by 4%. So 4 by 100 into 1 minus 4 by 100. So what can you write here? 6500 into 100 minus 4. It is a 96 by 100 into 96 by 100. So you can do one thing here. That most easiest way, what can you do? Instead of this 96 by 100, can you write down this as a 24 by 25? And again, this is also 24 by 25. If you write it like this, then it will get more easy. Into 24 divide by 25 divide by 25. Why? Because they go 25 into 25, 625. That means it will get here all and these 2 zeros. So I am writing here 2 zero also. So what is remain now? Only 24 into 24 into 100. Do you know the 24 square? Do you remember the trick? 24, if you remember the square, then that is the best thing. If you don't remember, what will I do here? 4 square is a 16, 2 square is a 4. Again, take a 0 at the last digit, then 2 into 4 into 2. It will become 16. So write down here 16. So 6, 7, 5. That means this answer would be 5, 7, 6 and this last 2, 0. That means answer would be 57,600. Got it? Very good. Now let's see the next question. This is the question number 3 is in front of you. Here you can see the population increases by 5% annually. If the population in 2001 was divided, what was in the 1998? That means before 3 years. After is given, you have to find out the before. Up to this, what we were doing? Before was given, after 2 years, after 3 years, what will be the population? We were calculating like that. Now they have given after 3 years, what will be the population? It has increased by 5% annually for 3 years. Then what was the population before 3 years? Because 2001 and 1998, that was 3 years back. So can't solve. Let's see here. I'm just writing the, at least I'm putting the values in the formula. Okay. So population before 3 years, population, sorry, after 3 years equals to population before 3 years. Population before 3 years into 1 plus R by 100. 1 plus R2 by 100, but as it is the same, so you can directly write down 1 plus R by 100 cube also. Okay, so what will you write here? As you have to find out what was the population before. So what is the current population? what is that value? 138915. 138915, which is equals to population before. I am writing here x into 1 plus, what is that value? 25%. Okay, 5 by 100. Again 1 plus 5 by 100. Again 1 plus 5 by 100. Or instead of that, I can directly write down as after increasing the 5%, it will get 105 by 100 into 105 by 100 into 105 by 100. I can write down like this one also, right? Which is equals to 138915. So you can write here 21 and 20, 21 and 20, 21 and 20. So your value of x will becomes 138915 into 20 into 20 into 20 divided by 21 into 21 into 21. So if you don't know the table of 21, then try to solve by this 7 as it must be, because from the option you can see there are 4 times 0 at every option. So definitely this will be completely divisible. So you can try by the 7 also first. 7 3s are 21. Now let's solve this for the 7 first. 7 1s are 7. The remainder is 6 here. 7 9s are 63. That is 5. 7 8s are 56. Then 3 7 4s are 28 and 7 5s are 35. So it will becomes 198.45. I'm writing it here for the understanding purpose. Let's write down it here. X is equals to 19845 into 20 into 20 into 20 divided by 3 into 21 into 21. Now again 7 3s are, and this will become 7 2s are 40. 5 and 7 8s are 556. Then 2 7 3s are 21 and this 3 with 7 5s are 35. Now again you can write down here 7 7 4s are 28, 0 and 7 5s are. So if you see that 3 into 3 9, if you solve by 9, 9 4s are 36 and 9 5s are 45. Then again for the 3, if you see, it will become 15. I know it is quite calculative, so value is getting 15 into 20 into 20 into 20. So this will becomes 2, 2, 2, 8, 15, 8 are 20, 120, that means it will becomes 1, 2, 2 times 0, that means 1,20,000 will be your answer. Getting this one? I know this is a quite calculative. Okay, so this is the solution. Got it? All the process is the same, only this calculation part was quite lengthy. But if you know the 21 table, then at least it will get easy. Very good. So all one's doubts are clear now, I think so. So let's go for the next type. So which is the type number 10. At least this one you have understood what you have to do. You just have to write down like this simple with the formula and you have to solve. The calculation only you may require more time, but all the process is the same. Okay. Now let's go for the type number 10. So what is the type number 10? The salary based question. That means what happens sometimes the person get the salary, whatever his income, he get 10% to the house rent, like 20% to the another expenses like a car loan or anything. Then at the end he saves something rupees, then what is his income? They can ask the question like this. Okay. So let's see that how to solve actually what are the questions on that. So this is the question number 1. First two questions are the easy one. You can solve it easily. So let's read the question. I will explain first one. Then you try the second one. Okay. So what are they saying here? Ram spends 40% of his salary on food, 20% on house rent, 10% on entertainment, and 10% on convenience. Convenience. Okay. That means whatever he's spending from his salary, total salary. That means what are they saying? That 40% of salary is for food, 20% of salary. 20% of salary is for house rent. Again, 10% on entertainment. That means whatever his expenses, whatever his expenses, it is from the salary, directly salary. Salary is 10%, salary is 40%, salary is 20%. That means his total expenses. What will be his total expenses? If you see here, 40% on food, right? 40% on food. Again, plus 20% on house rent, plus 10% on entertainment and 10% of conveyance. That means he has spent total is what? 40, 60, 70, 80% of salary, right? 80% of salary is his expenses, right? Expenses. So what are they saying that? If it's saving at the end is rupees 1500, then if he has spent 80%, then what will be his saving? This he has spent, right? Then his saving will be 20%. Can you say this? Because he has spent 80%. That means saving is a 20%, but they are saying that he is saving 1500 rupees. So you can say 20% value is a 1500. So what will be his total salary per month? So if 20% is equals to 1500, then 100% value will be, this is the 20 into 5, so 15 into 5, it will become 7500. That means his monthly salary is 7,500. Whatever he is spending this percentage of the salary. That means 10% of salary, 50% of salary, 20% of salary. Please remember these words because in the third question you will get confused. That's why I'm repeating this one. Whatever he is spending whatever the percentage of his salary, not the remaining one. Whatever his salary, that salary is 10%, salary is 20%. This is the difference. Okay. Whenever it is a directly salary is 10%, 15%. At that time, what we do? Let's add all its expenses. This is the 80%. That means its saving is a 20%. So value of saving is a 1500. Then what is its salary? Understood this question? Now let's try this second one. What are they saying in the question? Kunal spent rupees 35,000 in buying a raw material and rupees 40,000 in buying machinery, and 20% of the total amount he had as cash with him. 20% उसके पास cash है. That means what he has spent it. If he has remained only 20% cash, that means his expenses are 80%. But what is his total expenses? If you see 35,000 in a raw material and 40,000 in a machinery, that means totally he has spent it 75,000 and he has remained only 20% now with the cash. That means he has spent 80%. So value of 80% is equals to 75,000. So what will be the value of 100%? If you understood the concept, then you can solve at least 90% of the question orally. Whenever I explain these things in the orally, then please don't ignore it or don't take it. Yeah, she can solve like this, or ma'am is telling only the orally. Whenever I say the orally, whenever I explain the orally, that means you can solve that orally too. But only the concept, you have to understand the concept. What is exactly happening in the question? What they wanted to say. Instead of directly going for the formula or just mug up like anything like, yeah, this question of this type, we have to do like this types or this formula. Instead of that, like try to understand, try to approach the question. That's exactly what they are saying. So what they have asked me. So how can I solve orally? So try to do these things. So what will be the answer? Come on, tell me. What are they saying that he spent rupees 35,000 in a raw material? Okay. This is his expenses. Okay. Again, he spent 40,000 in machineries. Again, 40,000. That means his expenses is equals to 75,000. Right? And what are they saying that he total amount, 20% of the total amount he had as cash with him. That means saving that he has remained only, that is we can say it is a saving which is equals to 20%. If his saving is a 20%, that means his expenses will be 80%. So 80% value is equal to 75,000. So his income is 100%. What is the value of income? So can you find out this? This 0, 0 is a cancel. If you do this 8, 8 9s are 72. Again 3 remain. That means 8 2s are 24. Sorry, 8 3s are 24. And then again remains a 6. That means it will become 8. 7s are 56. And again 5s are, and this 0 will get there. That means your answer would be 93750. That is in the option number D. Yeah, clear? Very good. Now, the salary based question is there, but only difference is there in the type. You can see here in the question number 3, there is a quite difference. First, read this question and will explain what is the exact difference. Don't go to directly solve. First, try to understand the question here. Now, let's see what are they saying. Gaurav spent 30% of his monthly income on food articles. Up to this is okay. He has spent 30%. 40% of the remaining on conveyance. 40% of the remaining. Try to understand this word. That means suppose initially he has 100 rupees. Then he has spent 30%. That means he remains 70 rupees. And now he is spending 40% of the remaining. That means he is not spending 40 rupees from the 100. He is spending 40% of 70 rupees. Are you trying to understand this? What I wanted to say, suppose initially he has 100 rupees. First he spent 30%. That means he has already spent 30%. So what will he will remain? That sorry, spend 30%. That means he will remain 70 rupees. Because he has spent 30 rupees, right? Because 30% of 100 is 30. Now he is spending 40% of remaining. 40% of the remaining on conveyance. That means initially what was happening in the previous question, we were taking this 30% from the 100, again 40% from the 100. That is from the 100 rupees salary. But they are talking here from the remaining. That means now he will spend 40% of the 70 rupees, not of the 100 rupees. Getting the difference? Don't directly try to solve first. Please try to understand the difference. That is a 28. That means he has spent 28. That means what will he remain now? He will remain the 60%. I am writing here remaining one. That means he has spent 28 rupees. That means now he has remained only 7 6 are 42 rupees. Getting this point? Now from this 42 rupees, he and clothes and save 50% and conveyance and clothes and save 50% of the remaining. That means this remaining ones 50% he has saved. So what is the 50% of 42? That means he has saved only 50%, which is equals to 21 rupees. That means he has saved only 21 rupees. If you solve by the first way, that way you will say that 30, 40, 50. That means it will become 120%, which is impossible. Are you getting the difference now? That means at the end he is saving only 21 rupees if he had 100 rupees. But they are saying that he has rupees, monthly salary is 18,400. Then what is it saying? Please first read me the question. Option is the option number B you are getting. That's really great. So what will we do for this type of question? Either you can take by the 100 and you can see that by if we have solved this one, then let's see by this method also. Then I will explain by another one also. If he has 100 rupees salary, then he will save 21 rupees. Okay. But they are what they are saying, he has a salary of 18,400. Then what is it said? Can you do the cross multiply here? Question mark is equals to 21 into 18400 divided by 100. So this will become 21 4s are 84. Carries the 8. 21 8s are will be 168 plus 8 176 carries the 17. 21 into 21 plus 17 it will become 3864. So you can solve by this way also. This all this thing I have explained only for the understanding purpose, but by this way also you can solve. Or else what can you do? I am explaining by in one step only now. Okay, I am explaining by this method again. Then I will explain by the one step only, right? Let's see what is the initial amount that we are considering that his salary is 100 rupees. Okay, his salary is 100 rupees. Now what happened? 30% he has already purchased already on what? Food articles. Okay, 30% he has already spent on the food articles. That means 100 में से 30% 30 rupees चले गए. Then what will remain? 70 rupees. Getting this point? That is why it's 70. Now what happened? In that 70 rupees, 40% is on the convenience and clothes. That means 40% चले गए. That means what will he remain? 40% already spent it. We want the saving amount. That means remaining amount. So what will remain? 60% because 40% is spent. So 60% is remain. That means 60% will remain here. That means 100. That means 42 rupees he will remain. Because he has spent what that person? 40%. That means 70 ka 40% is a 28 rupees. That means if he spend 28 rupees from the 70, he will remain 42 rupees. Now getting this, why 60%? Because it is a remaining value. Now from this 42, again he saved 50%. Then what is the value of 50%? That means he has paid 50% and he remained 50%. That means half only. So half of 42, it will become 21. That means he is saving 21 rupees at the end because whatever he is spending, he is that all percentage he is spending from the remaining one. In the previous question, he was spending on the percent of salary. Here he is spending percent of remaining salary. Are you getting the difference these two words? Initially, we have solved two questions where the remaining of that at that time he was spending percentage of the salary. Here he is spending percentage of remaining salary. Now you will say that, ma'am, how to exactly know either this question is of a remaining one or normal one? First thing, all these here you can see the word remaining or rest of dash, remaining of dash. Whenever the word they use the remaining, that means they wanted to talk about this remaining one only. After spending, what is remaining? They are not talking exactly about the salary percentage. Getting the difference now? Okay. Now I will explain this all things in the one line itself. Okay. Instead of doing this all 100, considering this all 100. Now let's see how to solve in one line. Okay. Now let's see what are they saying that his salary is 18,400. That means I know his salary. So first I took 18,400. Now what happened? Now I will explain that step by step. Okay. I will explain step by step. Then again I will explain within a one step. Now try to understand. Okay, step by step. He has rupees 18,400. First, what he did? He spent 30% on the food. So 30% of 18400. What will be the answer here? That answer would be 0, 3 4s are 12, carries 1, 3 8s are 24 plus 1, 25, carries a 2, 3 1s are 3 and 5. That means he has spent 5520. This is okay. Okay. Up to the first step, he has spent 30%. That means 5520 he has already spent. So what will he remain now? 818400 minus 5520 he has spent. That means what will be the remaining now? Remaining amount will be 0 minus 0, 10 minus 2, 8, this 3, 13 minus 5, 18, this 17 minus 5, it will become 12. That means he has remained now 12,880. Is it okay? Yes, we can multiply by 70 directly. That is what I wanted to say. If you do the 30%, you will get this answer. Now, instead of doing these two steps, what am I doing? I am calculating the 30% and then subtracting that 30%. That is what I am doing. Exactly, I am doing the 70%. That means instead of this all, if I do directly 18400, 70%, then also I will get this same answer. That 144 into 70, 0, 7 4s are 28, carries a 2, 7 8s are 56 plus 2, it will become 58, carries a 5, 7 1s are 7 plus 5, 12. That means you are getting the same amount. Are you understanding this point now? If I did like this, if I directly calculate the 70%, then also I will get 12,888. And if I do like this, first find out the 30% and then subtract, then also I am getting the same one. 12880. But don't you think this is in the one step only, and for this you will require 2-3 steps. First find out this, then subtraction, then you will get answer. Instead of that, I am here doing 30. That means 30 is gone, 30% is spent. That means 70% is remain. So I am directly finding the 70%. Understood this one now? Understood? Very good. Now let's see in the one line. Okay, now all the question is one line. Okay, now let's see. What is the value? 18,400, in which 30% is already spent, means 70% remain. So 70 by 100. Now this is the remaining amount. From this remaining amount, again 40% remaining he has spent on conveyance and clothes. 40% spent means what is remain? 60%. So I can directly write down here 60 by 100. Getting this point now? Now from this what happened? Again he saved 50% of this amount. He is not saving exactly this amount. 50% of this remaining. That means ये जो भी remaining है उसका भी 50%. Now what will be the answer? Can you find out this in single line? In this single line you will get the same answer. That you can see here 2020 cancelled here. This 20 is a cancel, and 51s are 52s are, and this will be 2 3s are. So what you have to do? 184 into 7 into 3. Into 7 into 3. So you can directly write 184 into 21 if you know the 21 table. 21 4s are 84, carries a 8. 21 8s are 168 plus 8 176, carries a 17. 21 1s are 21 plus 17, it will become 3860. So instead of solving all those things, you can find out the answer within these steps. Okay, now understood. Now let's see the next question. That is a question you will solve this question. Okay. This is the last question. So you will try this. This is the same type of this. You can say, you can see. Now here they have given the saving directly. That means at the end what you have remained, they have given that. Initial salary you have to consider it as a X. That means X 90%, X 10% like that. Can at the end what is the saving, that value is given. So that is the difference. In the previous one, initial salary was given. You have to find the saving. Here saving is given. You have to find out the initial salary. You can read here 10% is deducted as a house rent. 20% of the rest is paid on conveyance. That means 20% of the rest means remaining one. Whenever it is a remaining one, then find out the remaining value. So solve it together now. Okay. So suppose initial salary is X. What is its salary? Salary is X. From this salary, what happens? From the salary of an officer, 10% is deducted as house rent. That means 10% is deducted. 20% of the rest. That means already 10% is deducted. So what will remain? Remain will be 90%. From this rest, what happened? 20% he spent on conveyance. That means 20% again gone to the conveyance. So what is remaining? 80% is remaining. Again, what happened from that? 20% of the rest he pays as income tax. Again, from this amount, 20% of the remaining he spent on the income tax, means he has remained 80% of this value. And at the end, 10% of the balance is spent on the clothes. He has spent 10%, that means he has remained 90%. Is it visible up to this? Yes. And then he left with rupees 1550. That means after this, whatever the remaining, that is value is equals to 15552. Right? This is the value of saving. Right? This is the saving. That is the left. This is the expenses. That is, sorry, this X is the total salary. And this is the expenses. Okay? After which he has remaining of the balance, whatever he has remaining the salary. So can you solve this one for the X? This will become first, this 20 will get cancelled. This 20, these 2 will get cancelled. So you can write down 15552 into 100 divided by 9 into 8 into 8 into 9. So you have to solve this. You don't have any option. So 9, if you solve 9, okay, but that will be more calculating. I'm thinking like let's do this 4 2s are and 4 25s are. But instead of that, this 0 0 is more easy. So let's divide by all those. Okay. So 9 ones are 9. Then remainder is 6 here. 9 sevens are 63. Again 2 again. 9 2s are 18. Again 7 is, that means 9 8s are. Right? 1728. Now again let's do by the 8. 8 2s are 16. 8 ones are 8 and 8 6 are 48. That means 216. If you observe this, 9 8s are 72. 72 का triple आता है 216. Yeah, 72 का triple आता है 216. If you observe it properly, 9 8s are 72. 72 का 3 times है 216. If you don't know that, then also okay, you can solve it. But if you know that, then that's really better. Because as from the option you can see that it is a completely divisible. That means definitely this will be divisible. So let's do by the 8. 8 2s are 16. And again what is remain? 8 7s are, and again 9 1s are 9 3s are. So this will become 3 and 1 2 3 4 0. So your answer would be 30,000. That is option number B. Type 10 comes for T's. Actually, type 10 is the most easiest way. So if they ask, then we can't get surprised because this is not that much difficult. If you see, if you observe that, this is really easy one. Even type number 9 1 is also easy one. For the T's, we cannot say exactly, but they might be asked. But for the other exams, definitely this type of questions will get asked. Because this is too much common question. Election based question, if you think it is difficult, but not for the TEST, but if you are preparing for the other exams, then it is really common question. Elections question is a common. Population question is also a common. But for the TEST, they ask basic questions. So at least I have seen that they don't ask this type of question, that mostly they use the percentage in the DI only. Or in the profit loss, there is a percentage, SIC, there is a percentage. But mostly percentage based question they have asked in the DI only. And if they have asked in the T's direct question on direct percentage, then it is an easy level. So we can't expect, if they asked, then they will take care of this. That value won't be more calculated. And yes, quite calculation, you must know this, you must practice this. So for that, what you have to do? Let's take any of the number in the daily life. Let's take any of the number, multiply this number by any number. You can do this in the mind even. When you get to sleep, if you are not feeling sleepy at that time, you can let's learn 29 table. You will get, even your table will get learned, or if not learn, then at least you will get sleep. That means it will help you. So what happens if you want to improve your maths? You have to do the maths every time. And we see, have you listened that to improve the English, what we do? that every time you are speaking with whoever, talk in English with them. That's why your English speaking will get increased. Or what happens, most important is what? Think in English. Have you listened that thing? I think Sandeep Maheshwari have told this, or any another one, I don't know. I have listened from him that if you wanted to improve your English speaking, that means you have to think in English, because mostly in life we speaks with ourselves. So that I will say that if you wanted to improve the maths, then also you have to think about the maths. That means you have to solve those maths in the mind. Whatever happens, you have to solve daily in daily life, whatever the numbers you see, let's add them, let's subtract them, multiply them by the 2, by 3, let's do its double, let's do its triple, let's do its half. Try to do these things. It will increase your calculation speed, and do these all things in the mind. Exactly what happens in the graduation, we have done all the calculation by the calci. Or many students will be there who haven't done the calculation after the day because they don't have the maths. That is also possibility. And another who have done the maths, they have the calcium. So we get used to the calcium. So we have to use that. Means if we can't use the calcium, without calcium, I have to do the calculation. So for this, that is completely in your hand to improve your calculation. So that's all. I hope you have understood this all and you are doing well. So let's solve these practice questions. Do the practice as more as possible. So that's all. Thank you so much. We will see in the next session with the division of the percentage. Up to that, take care, stay safe, and do study. Bye bye.